One of the tools that I have used most along with breath work is the inner child. We are going to take another step now in working with the inner child. And so this is an exercise that is going to take maybe 10 minutes. So this is one of my favorite exercises to do and to share. And the point is to be more in touch with the intelligence of our emotional body. Because in our modern civilization, emphasis is put primarily on the logical, rational left brain. But there is a whole type of intelligence that actually has even a greater influence on our happiness than our logic. And that comes from the right brain. And when the right brain isn't acknowledged and the intelligence isn't used, this is what leads to trauma. So logically, we may say, oh, these people are our enemies, so we have the right to kill them. It may seem very logical, but it leads to devastation because it's not inclusive and we don't recognize that they are part of us. Breathwork is the tool that unites the right and the left brain, quite literally unites the right and the left brain. And so it's the tool of bringing us together as whole human beings. So it's through coming to inner peace that we can create outer peace in the world. So truly, breathwork is a tool of helping to change the world. There is an International Breathwork Foundation committee working with the United Nations. The tool that I personally have used most in breathwork to connect with the emotional body is the inner child. We're going to do an exercise now to take another step in making this real for all of us. I'm going to ask you to create a comfortable, safe space for yourself where you can hear these instructions. And if you can do this laying down without falling asleep, then create your little nest right now so that you can, for the next 10 minutes, you can be safe, warm, comfortable, and hear the Zoom instructions. So go ahead and create whatever comfortable, safe place you can to do this right now. So once again, we're going to create the inner safe place, just as you have created the outer safe place, using our circular breath. Easily and gently and lovingly bring light energy up your back on the inhale and down the front of your body on the exhale, creating that cocoon of light around your body. Now take a minute just to feel that light energy go over every vertebrae, one by one, all the way up to the top of your head. And feel the nurturing light energy come into every vital organ down the front of your body. Give instructions to this sanctuary now to put the do not disturb side on, so to speak, that you now can spend the next 10 minutes completely alone with your guidance and your inner child. Then invite your little one into your heart now and accept whatever way they come in. Even if you don't see them visually, just accept whatever way they are ready to come in to your heart right now. Now, if it's okay, I'm going to ask you to say these words to your little one. Not that you have to say them out loud, but just as a message from your heart to theirs. Tell your little one that you do not want to live without them. That their innocence, their curiosity, their playfulness and creativity is vital to your fulfillment. Let them know that you want them to be a partner with you every day. Let them know that you can't promise to make everything better all at once, but you can promise that you will never leave them. Ask your little one, if you're willing now, to take your hand and to show you their safe place, where they went as a little one, as a child, to try to create and have safety for themselves. This might have been a place in their house, or a place outside, or a place in their imagination. It's important that you listen with your heart and take whatever comes, even if it doesn't make sense to you logically. Take whatever they are able to show you right now as their safe place. Ask them if they're willing to meet you there every day in this safe place, and that you will check out what they're feeling and what they need and want for the day. Now, it's okay to have a little dialogue right now with them as to when and how you will meet each day. Will it be in the morning? Morning is a great time to do it. I try to do it morning and evening. And where will you do it? Will it be in your house? Will it be walking outside? What time of day? So negotiate and envision yourself right now meeting your little one every day. It may be helpful to have some physical reminder in your house of your little one. For example, a picture of yourself as a child, or a stuffed animal, or an article of clothing, something that reminds you of your little one, and a place where you do your connection with your little one. Now, it's important that you don't promise something that you aren't willing to deliver. In other words, promise that you'll meet them every day, but then don't do it. That does not create trust. So only promise what you are genuinely willing to do. So if you're willing, put your hands on your heart and ask them what they want with you, and listen with your heart. Now we're going to play a song to our little ones. This is a song that Omar will play for us, and we can all sing along to our inner child.
How could anyone ever tell you you were anything less than beautiful? How could anyone ever tell you you were less than whole? How could anyone fail to notice that your loving is a miracle? How deeply you're connected to my soul. How could anyone ever tell you you were anything less than beautiful? How could anyone ever tell you you were less than whole? How could anyone fail to notice that your loving is a miracle? How deeply you're connected to my soul.
Sing it out loud the next time it's sung.
could anyone ever tell you you were anything less than beautiful? How could anyone ever tell you you were less than whole? How could anyone fail to notice that your loving is a miracle? How deeply you're connected to my soul.
Let yourself continue to breathe and be with your little one for another minute. So thank your little one. And with a few deep and clearing breaths, come back to the circle, knowing that you have created a bonding now that will continue to grow. Omar, you can call people's names, and we're going to ask you just to share what was important for you in this exercise.
Okay, the most important things first, this exercise was a nice exercise. And the most valuable things I found it, important things I found it in this exercise is that I can give love to myself rather than to look for outside to have love.
Chakra.
Okay, Maha was saying that before to go to the safe place, she start feeling losing her consciousness and feeling fainting, and she was obliged to open her eyes to stop fainting, and she's asking what was about.
First of all, we can't say for certain it was this or that, but sometimes the safe place that the inner child had, they're not quite ready to fully share it yet, because it was, the place was sacred to them, and they have to build up a trust that it won't be violated, or that adults will not take it away from them. So sometimes it takes doing the exercise a number of times before the inner child really sees that they can trust to let you in.
Many thanks for this wonderful exercise. My little inner child asked to meet with me every morning, and also asked that I bring some stuff to her. All right, those stuff is about some memories belonging to the very first 7 years, not the next or the one after the 7 years. And what happened is that when I went to the safe space, I was crying deeply and with lots of emotions there.
It is an honor to be let into your little one's safe place. It means that they have created a trust, and that trust is one of the biggest healings that we can have in our emotional life.
She was expressing herself through crying.
Yes, tears can express many different things besides sadness. Tears can express a whole range, and there can be tears of joy and tears of relief and tears of, finally I'm having what I want. And so these memories will come back to us so that we can let go of that holding pattern. And so this is very, very good. our little one can have wisdom far beyond their years. For example, when your little one said, I want you to love your husband unconditionally, that doesn't mean that you have to do everything he says. Loving a person unconditionally will actually make it easier to have agreements, because when there is a bond between people and they know that an argument about money or relatives or something like that isn't going to be the end of the world, they will still love one another, then it's much easier to come to agreements when there is unconditional love that's there. So that's a very wise thing that she said. She wasn't telling you to do everything he wants. She means just hold him in unconditional love. At the same time, then you can negotiate and have arguments even, or whatever you do will not be so terrible. So you don't make it the end of the world.
It was a beautiful work, this child healing exercise. I enjoyed it so much, and I was able to connect. I think I did tap into a part of myself that is vulnerable and impressionable. I was able, we were both, me and my little one, both be able to provide unconditional self-love, self-compassion, and self-support through unspoken language by her side. We moved to the music. And then when I asked her, what is it that she needs from me? She said just security, self-love, love. And then we hugged, and then she disappeared inside me. So we both united. Yeah, that's it.
That's beautiful, Mona. Thank you.
Thank you.
Actually, I saw her immediately running. I saw my inner child running, coming. She was 7 and very playful. She was asking me to play, like she's jumping, and she's asking me to come to her secret place. And I don't know why, but roller skate just come up, roller skating. And she just wanted to hug me and kiss me. She's happy. She was so happy to see me. And out of nowhere, I was in a social places. I'm an antisocial person on my life, but somehow I was in a social place and I was giving wisdom words. I don't know what. And then I'm shifting myself back to my inner child. And I told her that I will come and visit her every day. And not just visit her, she wants me to play with her.
Yes.
So I promised, and I'm committed to roller skates, I think. I think that was the thing, because I used to play roller skates when I was really little. So I think that is the commitment, and to be more social and to socialize more. Maybe that's the commitment to myself. Yeah. Then she went back to my, she went in my heart like a little baby. She squeezed herself and she just jumped into my heart. And before that, we were really hugging and kissing, and she doesn't want to leave me. She doesn't want to leave my side. Then she went to my heart. Yes.
That's beautiful. Now, see, roller skating doesn't mean you actually have to go out and get and roller skate every day, but it's the feeling that of playing together. That feeling, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fun. It's just having fun. Yeah.
Right.
More fun, the adrenaline and all that. Yeah.
Yeah. It was fun just watching you talk about
Thank you. It was saying that she was so happy to meet her, and they hugged in a way that she could break her ribs from hugging, and really intense hugging. And she saw 4 versions of herself.
Oh,
Yeah. And she hugged them all, and she put them in her womb. And this is the sweetest love that she ever lived. She never felt like this before.
oh, beautiful. Yeah. See, thank you, Chakra.
welcome.
See,
Thank
I
you.
think the reason that each of us is able to go a little deeper and a little farther is because of the community that we create together of safety. So it's not just this exercise or listening to Jim or Omar. It's really the community that we create that creates safety. And you will do that as a breath worker. You will create communities of safety. It's a sacred work that we're given. In doing this exercise, I suggested during it that you might put something in your room that reminded you of your inner child. And it could be a picture like this. And so I put that on my altar right back here behind me, which I see every day. And so putting your inner child in a special place that they feel honored can be an important symbol for you. So you see my inner child is right there on my shoulder all the time. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Pleasure.